the lost Viking water-boiling hack that still works today. Before we get into this forgotten technique, make sure you're subscribed to Warpaths of Europe so you never miss any of the historical fieldcraft we break down here. Let's get straight into it. The Vikings relied on superheated stones to boil water anywhere, even without metal pots. This method, often called stone boiling, was simple, fast, and extremely reliable. Viking crews used it on long journeys, during river raids, on temporary camps, and in areas where metal vessels were scarce or too valuable to risk in enemy territory. The principle was straightforward. They heated dense, non-porous stones in a fire until they reached a high temperature, then dropped those stones into a wooden bowl, leather bag, or hollowed-out log filled with water. The heat transfer was powerful enough to bring that water to a rolling boil in minutes. The key to the method was choosing the right stones and letting the fire do the work. Not every stone could handle this task. The Vikings favoured river rocks, granite or other dense stones that wouldn't explode under rapid heating. They avoided layered stones or anything that had been exposed to water saturation for too long. They built a simple fire, placed the stones directly in the coals and heated them until red-hot or close to it. Once the stones were ready, they transferred them with wooden tongs or green sticks into the water container. The boiling was immediate and vigorous. This technique allowed the Vikings to purify water, cook stews, and prepare medicinal brews without damaging their gear. Wooden bowls could crack under direct fire. Leather bags could burn. Clay containers could split. Stone boiling solved all of that. By keeping the fire away from the vessel and letting the stones do the heating, they turned fragile containers into efficient, durable cookware. This was especially useful on the move when carrying bulky pots made no sense. It also protected their iron cookware from warping or being lost in rushed withdrawals. Modern survivalists can replicate this technique with simple field materials. If you're out in the bush today, find a carved wooden bowl, a hollowed log, a clay pot, or even a metal container you don't want to scorch. Heat stable stones in the fire for 20 to 30 minutes. Drop them into the water using sticks or improvised tongs. Replace stones as they cool until you reach a full boil. The method works the same at a campsite, during extended treks, or in emergency scenarios where gear is limited. You can boil rainwater, melt snow, or even prepare food without soot contaminating your pot. On long trips, you can also preserve the longevity of your cookware by relying on the stones instead of direct flame. This is one of those techniques that bridges old-world craftsmanship with modern practicality. You're using the same physical process Viking crews relied on while travelling Europe's rivers and coastlines. It's efficient, fast and field-ready with no special equipment required. Serious historians appreciate the continuity. Survivalists appreciate the reliability. It's one of the rare skills that genuinely hasn't aged. If you found this useful, subscribe to Warpaths of Europe and share it with someone who loves practical history just as much as you do.